Students often ask me a question, sir, you told about the dilution of homeopathy, but actually the dilution is up to what extent? I often give them one example. Just imagine that you are taking a Nux vomica extract by soaking the Nux vomica seed powder in alcohol for 5 days, and then you are taking a particular extract, and from this extract you take 1 drop of extract and then you dilute it with 100 ml measuring cylinder full water. Okay, after this dilution you again dilute this measuring cylinder full water extract to another 1000 ml beaker full water. Then that is diluted with a bucket full of water, and then that is diluted with the water of a particular swimming pool. Then that is diluted with the water of river Ganges, and ultimately you are diluting it in water of Pacific Ocean. And that is considered as one of the best dilution or potencies that can be applicable for treatment of a particular disease. So jokes apart, the dilution is like that. Sometimes the dilution is quite higher than the beyond Avogadro's number and beyond a mole, and you may not get any, you definitely not get any particular presence of this molecule in this particular dilution. So that is the major challenge in homeopathic system of medicine for accepting by different communities and different countries. So as per homeopathy, higher dilution shows a good high efficacy. But in higher dilution, if the drug is not absent, the molecule is present and nothing is present, how it shows action or efficacy? That is the major challenge faced by different homeopaths from scientific communities. British Homeopathic Association in their website once mentioned that homeopathic remedies might seem implausible for many people because the medicines are often, though by no means always, diluted to the point where there may be no molecules of original substance left. So how it acts? BHA offers 2 partial explanations, both commonly expressed by homeopathy advocates, for why homeopathy remedies might nonetheless have benefit for people who take them. The first of this is homeopathic substance even diluted to the point, and that is no longer can be detected by even finest instrument in the sample of water, changes of structure of hydrogen bond in that water. So homeopathy or homeopath term this supposed effect as a water memory. The second explanation proffered by BHA argues that undetectable clumps of the substance remain in the water, creating bubble of gas inside it, which have some positive effect. So first one is that creates the memory in water. What actually the memory in water, and second one is that creates the bubbles of gas inside it, and that creates some positive effect. Jacques Benveniste or Jacques Benveniste, French immunologist, who in year 1988 sought to demonstrate the plausible of homeopathic remedies independently of homeopathic interest in a major scientific journal. Benveniste and his team of INSERM diluted a solution of human antibodies in water to such a degree or such an extent that there was virtually no possibility of that single molecule of antibody remained in the water solution. They reported human basophils responded to the solution just as though they had encountered to the original antibody. So even in such a dilution where no existence of this particular antibody is present, human basophils still responded. And that was published in Nature also. And that effect was reported when the solution was shaken violently during the dilution. So this is just like the homeopathic potency preparation, more dilution and vigorous succussion or trituration that gives the energy or vital force to this particular medicine. In the year 2009, Nobel laureate Luc Montagnier, he actually got Nobel for the identification of the structure of HIV virus in 2008. He also performed separately some experiment and he observed that the DNA of pathogenic bacteria and viruses massively diluted in water and emit radio waves that he can detect even that huge dilution. So these two things give backup to the homeopathic system of medicine as a rational system of medicine or evidence-based medicine. So what actually water of memory? I can explain it like that. Just imagine you are taking note from your teachers, and after taking the note you are just getting a copy in a form of a reprography or in form of a Xerox. So actually you are not carrying the original note or handwriting of your teacher, you are just carrying the imprint of this thing. So huge dilution, the molecules may not exist in a molecule that may be converted in frequency or energy, and that thing causes certain change in the memory of water, and water just copying this particular molecule's property in their own molecule, and that is transmitted in form of a vital energy. Another concept is actually suggested by Indian scientists that homeopathy acts in form of a nanomedicine. Just like in nanomedicine, what we do, we make it in a very finest powder and ultimately finest molecule, and ultimately in nano range that is more target specific, and directly that may act on receptor, bypassing the absorption and distribution stages. So similarly, when you are taking the homeopathy with certain dilution or high dilution, that is converted into the nano, and that nano directly act in the your receptor and avoiding the toxicity. So that concept was established by different scientists of Indian scientists of IIT, that they observed that certain metallic substances like arsenic or other metals in high dilution, they also showing they are present in the scanning electron microscopy. So these are the counter argument against the challenge of the homeopathic system of medicine. In conclusion, we can say the homeopathic system of medicine is based on the similarity of symptoms produced by the disease and the symptoms produced by the particular drug in a healthy individual, which leads to its successful application in the treatment of disease. And the homeopathic system of medicine is based on the personalized medication by law of individualization. The concept is based on the law of similars, which means the like sufferings be treated by the like medicine. In the conventional system of medicine, drug is given to eradicate the symptoms, but in homeopathy, such suppression of symptoms is not recommended. Remedy is prescribed in a minimum normal dose, which would produce the similar effects. That is the beauty of homeopathy. This is just for providing a jerk to our own natural defense mechanism. Many toxic drugs like belladonna or heavy metals like arsenic, some spider toxin like tarantula are used as medicine by infinite dilution, which makes them completely safe. So that's all about homeopathy. Thank you and happy learning.